I think probably of the technologies that are truly have that would truly have incredible impact over the next couple of years. I think AI, blockchains, and everything we're doing with kind of the kind of I guess digital medicine, thinking about like everything we did with our mRNAs, right? That converting, basically turning human biology into a digital problem. It's like I think that's these three areas are the most interesting. But it's funny because is almost AI magnifies the trend that we just talked about because it's going
Mm.
to give those with more capability, higher leverage. AI is an incredible magnifier of technology, right? AI has made large tech companies even larger. It's made $10 billion companies, $100 billion companies, $100 billion companies, $1 trillion companies, because you can now like with any social media application, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It used to be the case that they just served you whatever content your friend or the people you're following posted the last time since the last time you logged into the app. So I open the app in the morning. It basically shows what you posted, what John Smith posted. It just shows my 10 people what they posted. But because the internet exploded and now we follow 1,000 people, it can't even fit that on the timeline anymore. So companies basically replaced a very simple show last content algorithm with a neural network that selects most likely to engage content. So like it's getting a little frustrating because sometimes I don't even see the things that I thought I would see. I follow people and I never see their stuff because
Yeah.
it's selected for me with a neural network. But the benefit of this is that, well, the really interesting thing about this is that what's actually happening is these products, which used to be like one product for everyone. If you think about cable TV or just any TV, right? When I watch, I don't know, CNN, it's the same channel for everyone who watches CNN. If I listen to BBC Radio 6, it's the same program for everyone listening to Radio 6. But when people open Facebook or Twitter, it is a unique product for every user. Facebook is a product that generates 2 billion unique versions of itself for everyone on Earth. Instagram is a product that generates 1.5 billion versions of itself for everyone on Earth. So like it's these, and they're all powered by neural networks. So it's given this incredible scaling factor for big tech, but it doesn't really empower the individual in any genuine sense. It gives them more of what they want, but it doesn't give them more power and control over their lives. It almost gives them less, right? Because it's just now controlled by these black boxes. It's not like Facebook is trying to dupe you. They're just trying to literally give you what you want based on the signals you provide them. But the signals are very indirect, and you have no way of expressing yourself or taking back any control. So I think Peter Thiel made this point way back when, which is that like AI is almost like a authoritarian technology. It gives more power to the power structures, whereas blockchain technologies are more, I guess, pro freedom, which is to give more power to the individual. So, like to contrast that,
Mm.
for example, um, you know, when Bitcoin launched, Bitcoin today has made so many crypto billionaires. Ethereum has made so many crypto billionaires. And, I would have some friends who might ask, it's like, gosh, I wish like they, it didn't just, I wish they gave it to the people instead of just like, it just made a few people rich. And what's not so well known is that when these protocols launched, they were the most truly democratic and grassroots based ways of distributing. Even at the time, people didn't even know, but now we know capital of any system. Like anyone could just mine Bitcoin at the beginning and get tons of it. Like for the cost of running a fridge, if you started in the early days, you could be a multimillionaire just running it on your little computer. You don't even need specialized GPUs back then. So all it took was for buy-in at the beginning, and um, granted, you had to kind of like no one knew in advance it was going to be a success. So how could anyone really tell you? But for the people who participated early, it took no cost. It didn't require them to be a capitalist. It required a minimum amount of labor, and really it distributed $1 trillion of wealth to people in the world. $1 trillion out of nothing. So like it's a very empowering technology, and Bitcoin was the first to kind of launch and almost like distributed wealth with just almost like money falling out of the sky, but really money kind of spewing out of your computers. But there's since then been thousands of protocols or blockchains launched in the world, and a lot of them haven't done so well, but a lot of them have been extremely influential and genuinely useful. And I think one thing I'm trying to highlight these days is just blockchains, these crypto thingies, blockchains, whatever, tokens, are actually doing useful stuff. People may not have realized since the last round, which is like 2017.